first movie you remember watching?
I can't remember what it was called, but it was this movie from the 80s, and it was about
Weekend at Bernie's.
No, shut up. A little boy doll and a little girl doll. And they had to go into this kingdom of it was like a live action thing.
Home Alone.
But it was like little puppets. I'm going to start talking to April. So it was this live action thing from the 80s. With
RoboCop 3.
With these two little dolls. And they had to go in this world that was made of pillows. And there was this elephant and he was big and scary at first. Then he became their friend. And then they had to take these little red berries from the witch so that their grandma wouldn't die. Oh. I don't remember what the name of it was.
What about you?
I don't know what movie it was. There was an overturned truck that had a bunch of chemicals in it or whatever, and it ruined these little mice homes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Maximum Overdrive.
Shut up!
NEATOCO.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you there. Welcome to another sexy episode of That NEATOCO Show, and I am your least sexy host, Seth. Why did you laugh at that?
I'm Vuko.
I'm April.
And we are about to show you some cool stuff.
We have all kinds of neat stuff to talk about today on the show. And if you're just joining us for the first time, NEATOCO is a show where we introduce you to things that you might not know about or potentially give you more information on things that you're excited for. So, out now is It. The remake of It. It was a made-for-TV movie back in the 90s, and they decided to polish that turd and give it a little bit of a shine. This one stars Bill Skarsgård, who was recently in Atomic Blonde. He was awesome in that movie, and he's going to be playing the new Pennywise clown. I can't wait to see it. I'm mad that I haven't seen it already. I want to go see it right now. You're lucky I'm here.
You're going to just go right after this and see it. Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yes.
Okay. Will you hold my hand? Because I'll be very scared.
I'll hold all of your hands. When I first heard that they were remaking it, I was actually really pissed off about it because I liked the original version the way that it was, and I'm one of those, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of people. But then when I saw the trailer, I felt a lot better about it because it actually looks really good, and I feel like they've done it justice. The only thing that makes me sad is Tim Curry is not in it.
I love Tim Curry.
Wasn't John Ritter in the first one, too?
John Ritter.
I think so, yeah.
Wasn't he one of
he was the fat boy. He played the grown-up version of Fat Boy from Losers Club.
That movie scared the hell out of me.
It was a great movie.
I was talking about Problem Child.
So yeah, I'm really excited to go see that, and as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go to the theater and get my scaries on.
I'm going to go with you, but hide behind the seats. Good news in video game. Good news in video gaming.
Video gaming.
In video games.
In the world of video games.
It?
Video games.
The It game?
Destiny 2. They made a second Destiny.
Thank God.
Did you play Destiny?
I did. I played a lot of Destiny.
Okay, so this one takes place about a year after the DLC.
Okay. So it's just a continuation of the story.
Yeah, I think you can, you know how in the first game, the way that you would play with people, you just randomly find them out in the world. You can just kind of join clans and find people that are doing the same thing that you want to do.
That's cool.
And go and join up with them. But it's still essentially the same thing.
Yeah. It's fun by yourself, but it's fun with other people.
Is it a co-op game or is it one player?
It's a MMO.
It's basically, yeah.
Oh, it's an MMO.
Online MMO.
Did you guys ever play the Destiny Turned On the Radio game? Oh, that's a great game.
Destiny 2 is out now on PlayStation and Xbox. Unfortunately, if you want to play it on your computer, you have to wait. Sorry.
Well, if you don't want to watch movies and you don't want to play video games and obsess over them like I do, you can listen to music. Ted Leo's got a new album out now called The Hanged Man. He's not working with the pharmacist this time. He's doing something solo, which is awesome because I've always been a big Ted Leo fan. Way back in the days when he was in a small little indie rock band called Chisel. I am so happy that he's finally out putting out music again because, well...
What kind of music is it?
It's like indie rock.
Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm suffering on, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone.
I'm Batman, and this episode is sponsored by the Baxter Bar and Arcade, located at Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Do you like adventures and Star Wars adventures like I do? And I love Chewbacca. Star Wars Adventures. IDW. Buy it now. We got a big giveaway from the Baxter this week. We have 2 side prints from artist Danny Miller. He's bat-rific. There they are, to my right and to my left. Signed prints by artist Danny Miller. subscribe to NEATOCO, leave a comment, and we'll pick a winner at random. I'll see you later, Bat fans. Subscribe to NEATOCO. I have to go fight crime in Gotham.
Welcome back, and we are here to spotlight one of our favorite artists. His name is NC Winters, and if you haven't seen his work, you've been missing out because
Seriously,
he is
amazing.
one of the biggest up-and-coming artists around in the game today. NC, we got you on the phone. How you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. Thanks for the sweet introduction.
Aw.
Yeah, somebody wrote it for me. I didn't mean it.
I was gonna say it didn't sound sincere, so it was nice though.
So, how did you hook up with Primus? You just released two really popular prints through the Primus series. I forget where the first one was from, but the second one was the iguana from the Burlington show, which sold out like instantaneously.
Yeah.
No, it took 3 minutes. That was amazing. That was a hookup through a couple different people. I'd probably have to get a shout out to Zombie Yeti, and then also mainly Zoltron. Both of them together, and specifically Zoltron, kind of pulled me on board, sort of like held my hand through the whole gig poster process, was super generous with information about sort of how the scene works, how the production works with the bands, kind of what to expect. And he offered me two gigs on it, and it's just, the response has been just really overwhelming. More than I could have expected, and now, I'll continue to do them.
Have you gotten any feedback from the actual band regarding the posters?
I actually have. Through Z, he mentioned that Les really dug the first poster, and then he really dug the second poster.
Wow.
That's
so
cool.
he specifically said he really loved this last one. So, and that was kind of exciting. I never want to be the worst guy when I come in to do something new.
Of course.
So to come in and have specifically the leader of the band say, "Hey, I really enjoyed this," and he wanted a bunch of copies for himself, just personally. So yeah, it's been really amazing. It's been kind of a whirlwind.
Are there any particular pieces that you've done that you can look back on and say, and like are still surprised that you were able to do something so kind of detailed?
The recent Licensed Alien poster I did was an amazing, I guess fits into your question, because it was a ton of detail. It was one of the most elaborate things I've ever done, but it also came together super smoothly and super efficiently, and the studio had like no changes, and it was a dream project that kind of came in and went out in like the easiest way possible, and was a ton of work in detail. So there's never a point where I say, I can't believe I put that much detail in it. It's more, I can't believe this process went as smoothly as it did.
What can you mention that you've got coming up?
I will be at the Kaboo Festival in Del Mar,
Okay.
which is in Southern California, where I'll be doing live painting, more on the fine art things.
Oh, cool.
And that's a music and art festival. Let's see, Designer Con coming up in October, November. I'll be there with Treckle again. And then a couple other group shows. There's a Universal Monsters show at Mondo Gallery, and then there's a group show with Treckle coming up in both of them, I want to say in October, maybe November. All of this info can be found on my site, especially when I can't be reliable for what dates are. But ncwinners.com is the best place to check it all out, and especially my Instagram. And the other thing I've got going on this week specifically is a group exhibition, as it were, with Jeff Soto at the Riverside Museum. He just had a huge retrospective in Austin of all his screen gig poster work. He's an amazing artist. Check him out, Jeff Soto, if you don't already know who he is. But he has invited me and a bunch of other artists that he's collected over the years to exhibit a screen print to show off he kind of curated some of the, best of the best, maybe just the ones he likes. But he invited me into that, and that's exciting because, again, he's a veteran in the field and a good friend, too.
And so you also have a piece coming out where it's prints on wood. So that should be pretty cool.
Thank you.
So if you're looking to buy any of NC Winters stuff, you can check out his website at ncwinters.com. You could find him on all social media at NC. Help me out. What's your
NC Winters Art.
Is it
My
NC Winters?
Instagram is NC Winners Arts, and then everything else is pretty much just NC Winners. So ncwinners.com is my website. It's kind of the hub. I have all my news and updates and links to my store. Facebook is the Art of NC Winners. Twitter is just at NC Winners.
What's your MySpace?
Probably NC Winners. It probably is still up, so I'm embarrassed, but go check it out. Tell me what you can find.
We'll speak to you soon, NC. Thank you
Thanks,
again.
NC.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of That's NEATOCO. If you liked what you saw here, hit that subscribe button below. Also hit the like button and comment on what you liked best about this episode. Ooh.
Thanks.